What's good, Problem Children Mafia? It's your professional problem child back at it with another video. You know how it is. And today we're gonna be watching like this video called something. I don't remember, but it's like this lady who kills her boyfriend on camera or whatever. And it's by this lady named Anna Solves. I've been watching her for a minute now, and I thought it'd be cool for me to, react to it. So make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe. Join the Problem Children Mafia. We are fun, like.
We're all familiar with the Psycho X archetype. They're that weirdo that can't move on from a breakup, and for the most part, their behavior is just annoying. Relentless texts, stalking your social medias, faking good times on Facebook just to prove they're so over you. The case of Jodi Arias is perhaps the biggest piece of proof we need that that sort of behavior isn't always something to be ignored. Jodi was a woman who fell hard for a guy who didn't feel the same way, and if she couldn't have him, then no one could. Jodi Ann Arias was born on July 9th, 1980 in Salinas, California. She grew up with her parents, William Angelo and Sandy Arias, and 4 siblings, of which Jodi was the second eldest. From all reports, it seems like Jodi had a pretty normal childhood, which is kinda odd in these cases. So often we hear of criminals and killers coming from horrible homes where their parents hated them and they never felt loved. However, Jodi would later claim that her family life was far from perfect behind closed doors. She claimed that her parents were very liberal about their use of corporal punishment, and it only got worse as Jodi got older. Allegedly, her mom would carry a wooden spoon in her purse so she could punish Jodi anytime she saw fit. These claims have been denied by family members, especially Jodi's mom. I am a mom, just like any other mom. I did the best job I could raising my children. As a teen, Jodi developed a passion for photography and dropped out of high school in the 11th grade to pursue a career in it. Of course, this didn't pan out super well, and Jodi had to take a job as a waitress. However, she never lost her passion for photography, and we'll see that later on. At the age of 21, Jodi was working in a restaurant in Carmel, where she met her first long-term boyfriend. Daryl Brewer was 40 when he and Jodi started dating, but after a casual fling, things became more serious between them. In 2005, they bought a home together. The following year, Jodi began working at a prepaid legal services, as well as her job at the restaurant. It was here that she met Travis Alexander. Travis Victor Alexander was born on July 28, 1977 in Riverside, California.
Bro, I did not know that this was going to be so complicated to do because I forgot that I was recording. Yo, I'm not even going to cap. I forgot I was recording. I'm over here like thinking stuff like, well, it would. So first of all, before like I get into all of that, it would make sense for like I don't see like that as abuse because her mom kept the spoon in her pocket. If you're acting up, you need to get popped. I mean, she could have just used her hand, to be honest. Like I was in the whole DHS process, and they were like, as long as they don't, like your parent don't touch you with a closed fist, then you're fine. Like that's not abuse. So it's kind of like hitting and throwing things at them. That's technically abuse, you know. But if your child is acting up, they just pop them. You know what I mean? Like that's how I was raised.
He was one of 8 children, and after an untimely death of his dad, they were sent to live with his grandparents. According to Travis's blog, both of his parents had issues with substance dependency. Travis was a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which you may know as the Mormon Church. Growing up, Travis was very connected to his faith and used it as a stepping stone to become a motivational speaker. At the time he met Jodi, he was both a motivational speaker and a legal insurance salesman for the same company Jodi worked for. In September 2006, they encountered each other for the first time at a conference in Las Vegas. It didn't take long for them to get close and for her relationship with Daryl to crumble. In November 2006, Travis baptized Jodi into the Mormon faith. Around the same time, Daryl decided to move out of their shared home, which eventually went into foreclosure. By February the following year, Travis and Jodi were an item. From the beginning, many of Travis's friends were unsure of Jodi. She was super possessive and big on PDA, which made Travis and his friends super uncomfortable. It definitely seemed like she was trying to mark her territory. However, their relationship only lasted 5 months. In June 2007, Travis called off their romance, but they kept up a physical relationship. It's been reported that Jodi was way more into Travis than he was into her, but he didn't want to give up the physical chemistry. Friends have reported that Travis felt guilty of breaking his vow of celibacy with Jodi. This is one of the main rules in the church, and as Travis was very invested in his faith, this made him question his own morality. However, it also also meant Jody was no longer wife material. Despite his refusal to end their physical relationship, Travis knew he had no future with Jody. Travis wanted to marry a virginal, pure Mormon girl, and by having sex with him, Jody eliminated herself as ever being marriage potential for Travis. In December,
Well, to be honest, that sucks for her because, I mean, both, well, technically her, because he ain't really, obviously, he ain't never really cared. Like, it was literally a 5-month relationship, and me personally, I'm not going to get close to you in 5 months. Like, honestly, when I was going on with my, he was like, I'm not even gonna cap, because I told him everything. Like, I didn't take our relationship seriously until we got, like, I'm gonna say, like, 8 months in, because to me, like, you're really nobody, and I'm not even gonna, like, try to sugarcoat that, but you're not anybody, like, to me, anyway. So it's kind of like, I'm not gonna take the relationship seriously unless I see that you're doing it and you're actually, like, putting work in it, because I've been, like, in too many relationships, like, not even with like, partners, like, too many relationships where I felt like I was just doing the most, like, I was on top of everything, and it's not fun, to be honest. So that's when I was like, like, that's what I do now. Like, that's just how it is. Like, I'm not gonna take a relationship seriously until I feel like it.
November 2007, Travis started dating somebody new, and this did not sit well with Jody. She sent Travis's new girlfriend anonymous threatening emails and slashed the tires on Travis's car twice. After their breakup, Jody even moved into the same city as Travis, just a few blocks from his own home. A couple of times, Travis snuck into his house through the dog door to avoid encountering Jody. Despite this, they continued to see each other in secret. They exchanged flirty texts and emails, a lot of which gave very mixed signals about the condition.
Yeah, so that's another thing. If you feel like, if you're, like, in any type of relationship and you don't, like, to be honest, like, I don't know how to say this because I don't want to sound like a hypocrite, but, like, if you're in a relationship and you feel like that you don't want to be in that relationship no more, then you should, like, be straight up about it. You should say, and you should, like, keep your word. Like, if you say, oh, I don't want to mess with you no more, whatever, you don't want them to mess with you. So stop going, like, to me, like, he should have stopped when to going to see her. Like, he should have moved and then tell anybody. Like, he should have just dipped on game. But, some people are weird. And obviously he liked her, but he didn't like her enough to, like, you're crazy, I don't want to, like, be your boyfriend anymore. You know what I mean? People are crazy, man.
Of their relationship, especially from Travis. I'm at a nightclub right now, and it helped me come to the conclusion that you are one of the prettiest girls on the planet. Things started to turn sour. Travis was constantly being told that Jody was crazy and he should get her out of his life for good. This advice was coming from a place of genuine concern. The way Jody treated Travis was unlike anything any of them had ever seen before. In May 2008, Travis and Jody got into a huge fight because Travis believed she tried to break into his Facebook account. They exchanged a number of harsh texts before Travis told her to stay out of his life. At the beginning of June, Travis was scheduled to go on an all-expenses paid trip to Cancun, Mexico for work. He was told he could bring a friend with him, and he didn't choose Jody. Instead, he invited a woman named Mimi, who he was trying to start a relationship with. You can imagine how Jody felt about that, but no one knew she was already plotting her revenge. On June 2nd, Jody rented a car and drove to Travis's apartment completely out of the blue. However, instead of sending her home again, he invited her in. For some reason, Jody had her camera with her. That afternoon, they took scandalous pictures of each other in Travis's room, which were later used as evidence. We all know that Jody loved photography, so when it came to the most important moment of her life, she just had to document it. That's how this photo was created. That is the last photo ever taken of Travis when he was alive, taken by Jody moments before she ended his life. When Travis never made it to Cancun and dropped off the radar altogether, those close to him began to suspect something bad had happened to him. After a few days of no contact from Travis, some of his friends entered his bedroom and saw blood. One of the people to discover Travis's body was Mimi, the woman he intended to take on his trip.
A friend of ours was dead in his bedroom. We hadn't heard from him for a while.
And from the second they found him, they already knew who was to blame.
He has an ex-girlfriend that's been bothering him and following him and slashing tires and things like that. Her name is Jody.
The crime scene showed signs of a significant struggle. There was blood everywhere, in Travis's bedroom and the bathroom where he was found. Detectives were able to see that Travis had
Damn, y'all rats. Like, whew. No, I'm not even going to tell y'all my plans because that'd be weird to put that on internet. But, like, dang, y'all rats. Come on now. I don't know. Maybe it's because where I'm from, but come on now.
passed away while he was taking a shower, and the person responsible had been incredibly cruel in their actions. Travis was stabbed 27 times and was shot once in the head. The bullet was found lodged in his jaw. He'd been there for several days. It didn't take long for them to find the most vital piece of evidence in this case, Jody's camera. It was discovered in a washer in the laundry room. The camera itself had water damage, but the SD card was fine. The police found all the pictures that showed Jody was there the moment Travis died.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this straight up. That was dumb of her. First of all, move the body, clean up, and take the camera with you. How about that for starters? Like, keep it with you, put it in your car so you don't forget it, and then get off the radar.
Jody voluntarily went to the Mesa Police Headquarters and gave her fingerprints as well as a DNA sample. She told investigators that she hadn't seen Travis since April, which they knew was a lie. It was also noted that right after Travis died, she dyed her hair from blonde to brunette, maybe to avoid being recognized, and a friend said that she had numerous cuts on her hands. They also knew that Jody had a motive. Even though they hadn't dated in nearly a year, Jody had been hopeful they would rekindle their romance since it was obvious Travis was still attracted to her. She'd also been extremely jealous and clingy, attempting to sabotage any other relationship he could have. She wanted him all to herself. This was corroborated by Travis's friends, who were quick to tell police that Jody should be their prime suspect. The police took this information very seriously, and the evidence against her piled up. On June 21st, 2008, Travis's funeral was held at Olivewood Memorial Park. 5 days later, the investigators were notified that some hair, blood, and a handprint found at the crime scene all belonged to Jody. On Jody's 29th birthday, the grand jury indicted her with first-degree homicide charges. She was arrested.
Not on the birthday. Oh my gosh, that's the worst ever. I remember one time I got suspended so close to Christmas. Like, it was literally like December 16th around that time, and I was pissed off. But anyways, that's crazy. Like, why? They said, no, we're going to up your birthday. That's what we're going to do.
6 days later. After being extracted from California to Arizona, Jody pled not guilty to her charges, which meant she was going to trial. God knows I'm innocent. I know I'm innocent. I had nothing to do with his murder. I would never hurt him. He was my friend. During the trial, Jody gave a lot of interviews to the media and insisted she was innocent, but it really didn't do much to help her image. She constantly changed her story. One minute she hadn't seen Travis since April, and the next she spoke to him the Tuesday before he died. She started telling the press that she was actually there when Travis was murdered, not by herself, but by two masked criminals who broke into Travis's apartment when they were both in the shower. They took Jody's ID and said if she talked to the police, they'd come after her next. It wasn't just the public that was weirded out by Jody's behavior, but the production teams she worked with on her interviews too.
She was so willing to share this information that could be incredibly detrimental.
Jody would go on to present another version of the events. This time, Travis was a horrible, aggressive man who'd harmed Jody dozens of times during their relationship. She alleged that after dropping the camera in the shower, he reacted violently, and she had no choice but to defend herself. Jody's need for media attention got so bad that her attorney, Kirk Nurmi, tried to quit the case, but the motion was denied. He later went on to forfeit his right to practice law when he wrote a tell-all book about his experience representing Jody, titled Trapped with Miss Arias. On May 7th, 2013, Jody was found guilty of first-degree homicide. She narrowly avoided capital punishment and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Although Travis's family was overjoyed that they managed to get a conviction, the reality was that it wasn't going to bring Travis back. That made things bittersweet for his brother Steven. He should have a beautiful wife, he should have a beautiful home, he should have absolute happiness, and he should have that beautiful smile that was on his face all the time. That brings us to the end of today's video. What do you think of this case? As always, I can't wait to see what you guys have to say down in the comments below.
Yo, when I tell you people are crazy, people are crazy. Like, I swear to God, people are crazy. That video was nice though, I ain't gonna cap. I mean, not the story, but the video was nice, you know. No, I didn't even want to say that. You know, I'm just gonna sound like a creep. But anyways, we gonna ignore that. I just said that. But people are crazy. Like, to be honest, like, y'all, like, to, like, everybody that watches this video, like, whatever, like, y'all, like, be careful with who y'all hang around. Like, whether it's, like, a partner or a sexual just relationship, like a fling or whatever. Like, just be careful who you with, because people are crazy. You're not gonna know true colors until you know true colors. You're not gonna know true colors until you see what the heck. you're not gonna know true colors until you see true colors. And a lot of times you won't even know. Like, some people are actually like literally just blind. Obviously, like this dude right here who just got killed by his ex. But still, like true colors, you always see true colors. Like, no matter what, you know what I mean? So like, just be careful who y'all be, like who y'all hang around and all of that. Like, and I'm not even just saying like you hanging around with thugs and shit. That's cool, whatever, you know. But like, just hang around, like, like hang around, but like be careful, you know. Like, if you know, like if you're hanging out with a thug, you know, obviously something finna bound to go wrong, you know, cause you're with a thug, you know. But you gotta be careful. You gotta know what you're dealing with. You know what I mean? That's why you have to be friends first. You can't just jump into a relationship and then they moved in together. That's stupid. I could never see myself doing that, and hopefully none of you guys will ever do that. But yeah, so like that's pretty much like it for today's video. And I guess I'm gonna tell y'all this, but not to be like weird, but if you ever do murder someone, don't just take all the evidence with you. And if this video gets taken down because I said that, oh well. But like, for real, don't be stupid, you know what I mean? Like, how about don't kill nobody in the first place? But like, sometimes, like, if she really did defend herself, if you really have to defend yourself, okay, but don't take pictures. That's creepy, okay? That's like 100 out of 10. Like, don't do that. That's weird. But that's it for today's video. I hope you guys like this. This is something different, you know what I mean? I actually kept on forgetting that I was recording. That's why I barely talked during the video, because I like was watching it. I wasn't paying attention to the recording. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and make sure you give this video like a big thumbs up. You know what I mean? I put that in quotes and shit because I don't say stuff like that. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you guys subscribe, you know, and like join the mafia. You know, we're fun, you know. Like, I mean, obviously I'm like playing the same game over and over again because I try like playing different games. And you know, like, I'm the type of person where, like, if I'm recording myself, like, I want to move around and stuff. And the games that I got, like, they're games, you know what I mean? Like, it's not the same. Like, you know, I don't even know if that makes sense. But like, if you got any games like you just want to see me like shoot, you know what I mean? Then like hook me up. Like, tell me in the comments, cause you know, like, I don't want to keep on playing the same boring old game. Like, I pretty much done mastered that game, like somewhat, like some pieces of the game. But still, like, tell me some things y'all want to do. Like, I could play on my computer, my phone. I play on my Switch, you know. I'm about to get a PlayStation soon, you know. And I might get an Xbox later on, but I'm not sure, you know. But still, I don't know why I keep on saying, you know, but you know. And yeah, so join the mafia and shit. Tell me about the video games that y'all want to see me play, cause like I said, them other games I got, like, they're interesting, but it's not the same. Like, it's not like y'all just gonna sit there and watch me play. Like, it's just background, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's it for today's video. To be honest, I don't even know why I'm still talking to y'all, but like, yeah, bye.